This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, the St. Joseph Center in Scranton has been helping those with intellectual disabilities in Northeast Pennsylvania for 125 years. See how you can help them by playing one round of golf. Hi, and welcome to the Friday Eve edition of FYI. I'm Ken Karen. I always appreciate your time. Before we get to our headlines, remember you can watch us in stunning HD on Service Electric Cablevision, channel 513. Now your headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A Hazleton area school district coach has been dismissed from her duties. 22-year-old Kayla Jekyll of Mountaintop served as the Hazleton area boys and girls volleyball coach and as a substitute teacher. District Superintendent Dr. Craig Butler says she engaged in, quote, highly inappropriate behaviors with an 18-year-old male volleyball player. That involved texting inappropriate photos to one male and having inappropriate conversations with members of the boys team. Dr. Butler says that the school board did not take formal dismissal procedure. He explains that the season had ended and all fall coaching positions have been reopened. He says Jekyll didn't reapply and that the district would not have entertained her application. District Police Chief Ed Harry was involved in the matter. Because the exchange of photos occurred between two adults, no charges are being filed. You can read the complete story in today's Standard Speaker or at standardspeaker.com. Tonight we have a special story about a young girl from our area who has lived with spastic cerebral palsy for her entire life. Kaylee Basco is unable to speak and she can't walk. She receives her schooling at home and communicates through a special machine called a Dynavox. Kaylee is raising money for St. Jude's Hospital for her senior high school project. Her story is featured on a new Sam Lassand show.
My name is Kaylee Basco and I am doing my senior class project.
Keep going.
I am talking to you with my Dynavox vocal output device. I am collecting money to donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and my collection is going very well. The care for these children is free. With your donation, St. Jude's provides everything the children need.
While Kaylee is raising money for others, she herself is in need of a lift to help her get exercise and utilize her family pool. A GoFundMe account has been set up to raise money for the lift. The Sam Lassand show airs tomorrow at noon with Kaylee and also at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Check your local listings for additional dates and times. Meanwhile, a woman from our area is doing her part to help children with special needs. Lisa Sugard has our story.
It is called a Hoedown for St. Joe's, and it is a second annual golf tournament to benefit the St. Joseph Center in Scranton. Here to tell us all about it is the lady who is organizing it, our good friend Donna Delahanty. Donna, this is a wonderful event to benefit the children at St. Joseph Center. That's a place that has grown very close to your heart.
It has, Lisa. People believe because it's in Scranton, it doesn't affect our community. We have several children in our community that live there because they cannot live at home. And I'm always about doing something for the community. And when I was introduced to St. Joseph's about 7 years ago, I fell in love with it. And they're funded by the government medically, but there's all the incidentals. There's so many things. And right now, they have opened a center called Trinity Center. And it's a daycare for working parents with very ill children who need medical care. So they're always trying to reach out to people. St. Joseph's has actually been open 127 years. It's just amazing what they do. And, you know, on a gloomy, overcast day, we want sunshine. Well, the staff at St. Joseph's provides sunshine every single day for these children. Sister Mary Alice and her staff, they're unbelievable. They touch my heart.
So they're dealing with children who are very ill or with disabilities, a variety of all different scenarios.
Every illness, every handicap, every disability you can possibly think of is at St. Joseph's.
Well, now you're going to raise some money to help, to give to St. Joseph Center. So you did this before, it was a success, so you decided to do it again.
Sure, why not? Of course, it was a success, and I thank you to the community. Yes, it was great. We're at Sugarloaf Golf Course. It's on Sunday, June 5th. Registration's at 11, shotgun is at 12. And this year we've changed it a little bit. It's $80, it's a four-man scramble. But if you want to golf and you don't have a team, call me, because we have several people who want to do this. And if your significant other wants to join you right after the tournament, we have entertainment by the two of us. And you can enjoy a barbecue for the price of $29.95 if you're not golfing. So it's just a fun event for the whole family. This way, if the husband's golfing or the wife is golfing, the husband or wife can come and join us later.
And for anybody, I'm sure, who is unable to make the event, you're going to welcome some donations as well.
Absolutely. Please contact me. My salon, the hair seller, will answer any questions, or you can call me at 570-436-8265. I will pick up sponsorships.
Very good. So anybody out there that wants to help, the help is welcome. Is there a deadline for when they have to register, Donna?
No, you can come the day of. I would prefer you if you could contact me before then, but we don't turn away anybody.
So do you have a goal in mind or anything, or are you just hoping to raise as much as possible?
Last year we raised $10,000.
Wow.
So I'm hoping to do this again this year.
Wow, that's a lot of money from a golf tournament. $10,000 to benefit the wonderful children at St. Joseph Center in Scranton. If you'd like to take part, again, the Hoedown for St. Joe's Golf Tournament, Sunday, June 5th, Sugarloaf Golf Club. And if you don't want to golf, you can come for just the entertainment and the barbecue, and that's $29.95. Call Donna, she'll hook you up, and if you can't make it at all, please sponsor it or donate money, because it's a really, really great cause. I hope you have a wonderful turnout.
Thank you, Lisa. I hope so too.
Thank you, Lisa. As the famous saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, there's lots of treasure at St. John Bosco Church right now in Cunningham. I found a lot of cool stuff when we were there to preview the Spring Fling Sale. This has been a tradition for many years at St. John Bosco's. Right now, the entire gymnasium is filled with all kinds of things, ranging from golf clubs to kitchen sets. This annual event raises money for the church, and the ultimate purpose is to bring the community back together.
You know, springtime is a time for us women to start looking around the house and seeing what we want to keep, what we don't use anymore. And so all of the items that you see here are brought in from people in the community, parishioners, friends, neighbors. And then, of course, the big thing is when you're done shopping, of course, you want to stop over at the kitchen, where we have wonderful homemade food, and everything, believe me, is homemade.
I believe halushki is on the menu, so that's exciting. The Spring Fling will be held in the Parish Center at St. John Bosco Church in Cunningham this Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Sunday is also Bag Day from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. We are going to take a little break, but when we come right back, it's our weekly local history segment. And in sports, we'll see how the Marion Colt baseball team celebrated the school's first ever overall Schuylkill League championship.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Welcoming back Charles McElwee, a board member with the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum. We love these history segments. We learn so much, and today's focus will be on Hazleton City Hall. We look at it, we see this beautiful building, but that wasn't always City Hall, so you have an interesting story.
That's right, Lisa. City Hall was originally located at the site of the Historical Society Museum on North Wyoming Street. It wasn't always the building that we see there today, a firehouse, but it was Borough Hall, and it remained Borough Hall until the city was chartered in 1891, and it remained in that building until they decided to target a new property for development in 1911.
But where they're at in City Hall right now, when we go down Church Street and see this beautiful building, what was there before that?
It had a pretty morose beginning. It was a cemetery. So it was the old Church Street Cemetery, the first cemetery in the city, back when it was just a backwater village. And they exhumed 86 bodies, moved them to Mountain View Cemetery in Hazel Township, and they retained Henry D. Hoff, who was a Philadelphia architect, to design this opulent building that was going to be carried out by H.L. Campbell, who was a contractor in the city. And they built City Hall not really to be a city hall. They wanted it to be really a political statement. They wanted it to be a courthouse for a county seat where Hazleton would be that seat.
And we didn't end up the county seat, but we wish we had.
We certainly do, even to this day, you can say. But back to the 1880s, the city officials were lobbying to form a county. separate from Luzerne because the city always felt politically disenfranchised by Wilkes-Barre. So they kept lobbying Harrisburg to make this happen, and it did not turn out to have a favorable outcome for the city. But the courthouse, or the City Hall, magnificent building, was reflective of the City Beautiful movement, which was popular in the early 20th century. A lot of cities in the United States are trying to have their streets look like some you would find in London or Paris, a European feel. And that's really, you can see that all throughout Church Street with the Victorian mansions and certainly with how City Hall once looked before it changed in 1937.
And I'm sure if anybody wants to learn anything more about the great history in our area, all they have to do is stop by the museum.
Right, stop by where City Hall once stood. And we have regular hours. Contact us on our Facebook page, and we'll be happy to set up a tour.
All right, always a great story from Charles. I hope you'll join us again next week.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Things we're looking up weather-wise today in our area, but how about this? There's a hazardous weather outlook for our area because there's a chance of frost tonight. If you have some plants outside, take them indoors and give them some cocoa or something. I don't know, I don't garden. Here's our local weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low around 47 degrees. On Friday, sunny with a high near 69 degrees as we head into the weekend. Friday night, 20% chance of showers after 1 a.m., mostly cloudy, low of 51 degrees. And then on Saturday, showers likely. Our high will be 64 degrees. Saturday night, showers likely again, mainly before 8 p.m., mostly cloudy, low of 49. Sunday, 30% chance of showers after 8 a.m., partly sunny, high in the mid-60s. Sunday night, partly cloudy, low in the upper 40s. For Monday, mostly sunny with a high in the upper 60s. That's nice. And then Monday night, mostly cloudy with a low 49 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
It's the green screen, you know what I mean. Here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on FYI. Pick 2, 80, pick 3, 988, pick 4, 0554, and pick 5, 07440. When we come back on FYI, we have Marion Colt Baseball plus results from Day 2 of the District 11 track and field meet. Right now, here's Law Talk.
Viewer question: how do you challenge someone's claim to the decedent's property?
Well, that doesn't happen too often, but it does happen. And to the family of the decedent, it's a very important issue. I could just relate to you one particular incident that we had where the decedent had a rather large IRA account with a brokerage firm, and when we contacted that brokerage firm, they said, "Oh no, we're paying this to this other person who was not even a family member." And we said, "Wait a minute, now, get us some proof on that the decedent named them the beneficiary on that account." What they provided to us, we didn't think was particularly sustainable. So what we did is we had to file, and in the same situation, you would have to file a petition in the Orphans Court Division. This particular case was here in Luzerne County. We got our witnesses together, including an expert in account management, and we went to a trial. And we had a trial before the Orphans Court judge, who decided that, in fact, we were right, the brokerage house was wrong, and ordered the brokerage house to pay the account to our client, who was the decedent's son. As I said, it doesn't happen too often, but certainly it's an important issue. And if it does happen, you can't just rely on what you are told, particularly if it's something that's odd or different or something you don't agree with. And if you don't agree with, you must ask for documented proof that it was the intent of the decedent to have that account go by beneficiary designation to someone outside the family.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Between the drops of rain in Pine Grove at Stump Stadium, the Marion Catholic baseball team wrote a new chapter in the school's long, proud athletic history. The Colts beat their rivals, the Tamaqua Blue Raiders, 3-0 in the Schuylkill League Championship, and then they walked off the field into the history books.
Different people have different reactions to making history. I'm sure John Hancock and Samuel Adams celebrated the signing of the Declaration of Independence in their own special ways. Well, on Wednesday, May 18, 2016, as Marion baseball was declaring they were the best team in the Schuylkill League, Rob Hinkle and Joe Nahas celebrated in different ways. Hinkle was pretty fired up after each of his 3 hits on the night. He drove in 2 of Marion's 3 runs.
You were pumped in that first inning, man, when you got that hit. What's going through your mind? Take me through the at-bat. How you feeling when you get to the base?
Everything was overhyped, and I just got that hit, and everything was started falling into place after a while, and I was just so pumped up to win this game,
Why were you guys, over? Was it because you're playing Tamaqua, you're playing for a Schuylkill League champion? What's all the excitement that's going into this?
Well, for me and a lot of kids on the team, we've always wanted to play Tamaqua just because, they're so close to us, but we never play them, and, they're a big rival for us, even though we never play them. But we've been looking forward to this game all year. Even though it wasn't set, we knew that we had the chance to play Tamaqua, and we knew when it came, we were going to be ready.
Then there was starting pitcher Joe Nahas. He pitched a complete game shutout with 9 strikeouts. In the top of the 6th, Tamaqua had the bases loaded with only 1 out. Nahas got 1 batter swinging and then made this great diving stop to put a stop to the inning. After making one of the biggest plays in Marion baseball history, Nahas just casually jogged back to the dugout like nothing happened. Then in the 7th, he struck out all 3 batters he faced to lock up Marion's first ever overall Schuylkill League championship. Okay, after that, he did do a little hop, but check out the ups on Aaron D'Angelo coming into your screen from the outfield. Here's what Joe Cool had to say after the game.
You had the bases loaded jam. It seemed like Tamaqua might make a run. What's the attitude on the mound? Did you speed up a bit? Were you very determined? What were you doing there?
My goal in that situation is just to stay calm and do what I prepared to do, and it paid off.
Coach, was it Coach who told you last week, go out and win us a championship? What were you guys talking about before the game today?
Before the game today, it was a little bit different than any other day. But it was an eye-opener, and I went out here calm as could be, and I did what I could do.
How'd you stay calm? You're playing Tamaqua, a big rival. It's the first time Marion gets to the championship game. Were you guys excited, or are you just a calm person to begin with?
I try to be calm on the mound, and I don't let much bother me. But overall, I know my team had my back today, and I knew that we were going to win this game.
After the medal ceremony, everybody let loose. The Colts put in the hard work, had some heartbreaking losses, had to battle for the Schuylkill League Division III championship, but in the end, they were the last ones left on the field, lifting up their coach. Head coach Tony Radoka says he played on some great teams at Marion Catholic that never won a district playoff game from 1997 to the year 2000. Back then, they didn't have league playoffs, so this was a special night for him and his team. The 2016 Colts didn't take any shortcuts to get here. They had to knock off a good North Schuylkill team in the semifinals to get this opportunity. That big win, plus the experience of a disappointing loss to Pottsville in the league playoffs last year, fueled this run, according to Radoka.
I think the lights got a little too bright last year, and we got a little too nervous. But this year we were a little more calm, and we were a little more focused on what we had to do. And I think the seniors especially, they wanted to go out with a championship. They wanted to do something first because, Marion sports have such a long, tradition and a lot of history. And for them to be able to do something first, that's special. And now, forever they're going to be remembered for that.
The Colts have started a Schuylkill League revolution. Along with being the first team in school history to win an overall Schuylkill League championship, they are also the first Division III team to accomplish the feat. Somewhere, Sam Adams, a big fan of small squads beating bigger squads, is smiling.
More local athletes brought home gold after the second and final day of the District 11 Track and Field Championship meet. Monica Shimko of Tamaqua, she got gold in day 1 and gold again on day 2. She had a three-peat. She won her third 800 district championship. She was also part of the 1600 relay team that qualified for states with a second-place finish. The rest of the team included Chelsea France, Victoria Labar, and Jeanette Cabana. Allison Peterson earned more gold for the Lady Raiders. She won the shot put. Then there was Morgan Boyle, who won the pole vault on day 1 and the javelin competition on day 2. Tina Caparel won the 1600-meter run for Marion. Her teammate Brenna Carnish was second in the shot put and qualified for states. As for the guys, Shenandoah Valley's Kyle Gears won the 110 hurdles. North Schuylkill picked up 3 more medals. Bobby Wagner took the long jump. Jaden and Zarski won the discus. And the 400 relay team of Pat Gownley, Scott Grigas, Braden Hayer, and Wagner finished first in their race. Marion 1600 relay team of Dominic Muzzolin, Mike Witzak, Zachary Roberts, and Sean Mick won gold. Muzzolin also qualified for states as he placed second in the 800 run. Tamaqua's Joseph Nortevich won the 400. The Marion baseball team made history on Wednesday. So did the Penn State Hazelton softball team. They took 5th place at the United States Collegiate Athletic Association playoffs in that tournament with a victory over St. Joseph of Vermont. Kayla Rome had 6 strikeouts for Hazelton. And after 5 scoreless innings, the Hazelton area softball team plated 10 runs in the 6th inning on senior day to beat Berwick. A quick note, Hazelton area's doubles tennis team of Wister Uhas and Adam Grula were in the District 2 semifinals today. We'll update you on their progress tomorrow. In the International League, the Rail Riders swept a doubleheader from Louisville on the road, and Joe Madden's Cubs needed extras, but they beat the Brew Crew. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy birthday to Rosalie Bednars. Love from your family and friends. Tonight's Talk of the Town report, the Hazelton Art League, in conjunction with the Hazelton Integration Project, is presenting A Place Called Home, an exhibit of photographs created by young people under the direction of photographer Jamie Pesentine. An opening reception will be held Friday, June 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. For more information, please call 570-817-1075 or email hazeltonartleague@outlook.com. The next announcement, Holy Rosary Parish of Hazelton will be holding a free community luncheon Saturday, June 11th from 10:30 a.m. to noon at Catholic Social Services. All are welcome to attend, and the parish would like to thank the Hazelton Rotary Club and the Weinberg Northeast Regional Food Bank. For info, just call 570-455-6390. Next announcement, the Hazelton Recreation Department and the Hazelton Auto Mall are hosting a day of play at Harmon Guy Stadium Saturday, May 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll be featuring 2 former NFL players, Jesse Armstead and Antonio Pierce, plus games, activities, craft making, food, ice cream, and more. And finally, the annual Shenandoah Kielbasa Festival will be held Saturday, May 21st from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on North Main Street. The festival will include the homemade kielbasa contest, plus commercial makers, Mrs. T's Pierogies, and plenty of other crafters and vendors. For info, please check out downtownshenandoah.com or call 570-462-2060. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Joseph Bones of Barnesville. Joseph, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Finally, a story about how beer helps the environment, in a way. According to HuffingtonPost.com, Saltwater Brewery in Florida is making 6-pack rings for their cans that are edible. They are more expensive, but if any sea creatures encounter them, they will be safe. The brewery was started by fishermen, and they hope the technology catches on with other companies. Well, speaking of beer, I'm off to have a couple to tree right now and celebrate Friday Eve, not Thursday Eve. And that's it for tonight. Breaking news. Go to facebook.com/FYI News 13 or standardspeaker.com. We'll see you on Friday. Take it easy, everyone.